What's up, Addicts? I'm Michael.
Hey, I'm Josh.
And his phone is not okay over there. But today we're doing That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, or Slime Anime for short,
Yes.
Episode 2.
Meeting the goblins.
Yeah. So this one, just to do a short recap, you have the interaction with Remaru, I remember his name,
Good job.
Hype, and the dragon. And over the course of events, he uses his predator skill. We should probably talk a little bit more about his skills that he gets, so we can do that later. But he uses his predator skill to basically eat the dragon, but he's
store
safe.
him.
Store him. Yeah. He's chilling. He's chilling in there, trying to beat the unpenetrable barrier that's set up there. So with the dragon, so from the inside and the outside. And then you have a montage of him going out of the little cave that he's in.
Basically grinding.
Yeah, he's leveling up. He's getting some skills. Remember that, like Josh said, I think in the last episode, it's kind of like the Blob in the sense that he eats things, but he also like gets the powers. So it's similar, like even like an Orifureta, where what he eats, he gets the powers of.
Yeah, or if you even want to keep it more of a game round, he's a lot like Kirby.
Yeah.
His little like solid color blob that eats things and gains their powers.
Another thing that was cool that we got to see in this episode was he could mimic
other monsters.
monsters
that he's stored or digested. They don't really go into like
that he's
depth
analyzed,
of,
I guess. Yeah, and then he uses his poison breath to like acid some monster up, and they like censor it. I was like, that's great. And then he still eats it. But anyway, and then at the end of the episode, we get a couple months pass, I think, or maybe a month passes since the dragon disappears / was eaten, and we get interaction with the goblin village that's kind of dealing with the ramifications of this and how people are trying to take advantage of the disappearance of the dragon to take control of small sectors of the forest. And you have the threat of the wolves, which we don't really know too much about, but we know they're coming to try to kill the goblins, and they're in need of a hero. Yes. So that's kind of the plot we have leading up to next episode, and you have a couple different things we can talk about. If you want to talk about his aura and then the different skills he earns in this episode.
Yeah, one that they kind of brushed on briefly in the first episode, but we get to see, I guess, maybe it expanded upon in this is his water manipulation. So he can, it basically makes him to where he can, I guess, travel on water. He also has, water blast that he can use where it makes it super high pressure where he can cut, literally, things' heads off, which is pretty cool. Like Michael said, he also has his mimic ability, which I think is a derivative of his predator skill.
That's literally the language they use in this anime. Yeah. It's very gamey.
Yeah, and so that makes it a little bit easier for us gamers. But yeah, so he has he's getting all of these different monsters' abilities that he's found in this cave. And from what we learned, this cave is, I guess, a pretty high level. So, I mean, much of the stuff that he gets gives him more powerful, which leads to him giving off this aura, which the goblins fear and also, I guess, kind of worship. So that's pretty great. But he's also got, his mimic, which is really cool. I think I might have said that before, but it's just lets him transform into different things and, I guess, give off a better presence. But
he learns to hide his aura in this episode.
Yeah, which another big thing that we didn't really touch on is in the course of before he, I guess, digests Veldora. I think that's the name of the dragon. They actually get they form a family name, which gives him a special bonus. It's kind of like a passive skill, and so he is basically labeled as a monster. So that's kind of like the drawback, but that gives him a more powerful stat. Yeah,
so we get more information on how important naming is, and I think that's something that'll keep be a major theme throughout the anime. Things I really liked in this episode, I really liked the when he first meets the goblins, and he speaks for the first time, because in this one he actually learns how to speak.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Through sound waves when he eats a bat. Anyway. So that's kind of an interesting interaction. I really liked how in the episode he defeats all those monsters. You get some creativity. Mostly it's just water beans. I guess water blades, I think is what they call it. And I'm excited to see how he develops and like we get to see his full power. I also like the he uses like a spider. He defeats a spider and he uses like the spider web, kind of like a Spider-Man like character to swing about.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that plays in later on. And overall, I enjoyed this episode. I think one thing that is different because I've read some like the first book. I'm getting used to the voice, as we talked about last episode, and the interactions where he has like question marks, where he's a slime, and he showcases his emotions. Whoever designed that or thought of that idea, I really like that because that wasn't really in the book. You know, I mean, it's hard to see that, but I really like those visual elements, so you get to see like what he's thinking, even if he is a slime. You get to see more of his emotions and like where he's at,
and it adds kind of like a comic, comedy aspect to it because at least to me, it's seemingly like he's doing that himself. Like he's morphing his body to do that, and so literally people can see like that's not just like an anime watch thing. He's actually doing that when people are interacting with it, which makes it more funny to me. Like one of the things Michael said, one of the things I really liked was, I mean, I don't know. This is kind of like one of those things where you just dive into it because, like, especially just looking at it from like a story-to-story aspect. There's a lot of these stories that don't really go into explanation on like how they understand speech because you know it's a world where people either get reincarnated, or like for those people out there that want to argue that, but you know they don't really explain
usually it's
on
just
how
like
they comprehend their speech. Because, you know, they're not just people from Japan getting reincarnated into the world. They're people all around. And so I really like there's a moment where he meets some humans. He doesn't interact with them, but he just sees them and hears them. And he wonders how he's being able to understand them because they're apparently speaking in English. And apparently he has a skill that he learned when he was able to talk that translates everything that he hears into his conscious mind to understanding. Which, I don't know, it's just a little thing, but I really like that. Another thing I really like is the music they play when he's going around leveling up, because it just sounds like something out of a Nintendo game. I just found it extremely comical.
Yeah, we don't have a opening yet, do we?
We do, but...
Do we have a song?
Yeah, well, I don't remember if there's lyrics. I believe... Yeah, there is actually lyrics to it, but it's pretty cool. I was sitting there and I was listening to it, because you hear it at the very end of episode 1, but in episode 2 they play it at the beginning, and I was like, dang, I need to add that to my playlist because that's actually a pretty cool one. But so I like that. I guess just getting into it, shutting it down. This I think is still a really good episode. I think it's going strong so far. It's
comedy's really great.
Yeah, the comedy's really good. The action I would say is even more so in this than it was in the other one. So it's getting he's getting him ready for when he has to fight. Which episode 3 should be the first time we actually see him. Not just a montage, but actually having a battle, which I look forward to. And yeah, I think it's one that you guys should check out if you haven't already. It's been
3
pretty
episode
great.
Rule. Keep up till the 3rd episode. Make a decision.
So I like when it's going so far. So hopefully episode 3 keeps it up to that, so it doesn't lose.
It doesn't lose us.
Yeah.
I really like this episode. I think it was the first episode's always hard because you have a lot of setup, introducing characters. But I think this episode was really great. I liked the goblins. I'm attached to them already.
And I can tell you right now, after reviewing Goblin Slayer episode 1, I don't give a shit about these goblins. But I'm keeping my mind open because I do like the goblins from Overlord. So
yeah, they're pretty. Anyway, I like the goblin characters. They're pretty cool. Elder guys like, we honor you. Please help us, which cracks me up. But yeah, I like the direction this show's going. I will still be making these videos every week and keep up at it and watching this the day it comes out. So yeah, I like it.
And hopefully giving the reviews earlier, but if not, by at least Friday. So
Friday, which is today.
Yep. So you're in luck. But anyway, I guess that'll conclude this video. Be sure to check us out for next week when we tune in for episode 3. We also got Goblin Slayer episode 2 coming this Sunday. And yeah, that's pretty much what we got for the rest of the week.
Videos every day, you know how it is.
Yeah, videos are coming every day, so be sure to check that out. If you want to follow us on anything else or check out our podcast, it's down below. So we'll stop talking. Anyway, we'll see you guys later.
Later.